almost like abandonment. But what this was, it's definitely not abandonment. This was running for your life and being scared. So, hopefully this evens out in court. One last thing I want to talk about is vaping here in New York. That was technically, not technically, come beginning the first week of October. I forget when exactly. First week of October. There will be where there's a ban right now on vaping. Okay, not the ban is on fruit flavored vapes. What's happening? A lot of cases have been known recently, made known about people falling ill, various ailments having to do with lungs and stuff along that line. And in New York City, where I'm from, they've put a ban on it temporarily. And I'll be honest with you, I am 100% for that. You kind of, and with vaping, no one really knows anything about vaping and the e-cigarettes because it's so fairly new. Not enough studies have been done when this came out in the market. You have to allow for time and for studies to be done. Now you might be saying 6 cases out of a gazillion. 6, in my opinion, is honestly 6 too many. And, especially since a lot of kids are vaping now. They're vaping they're using the fruit flavors. They're figuring if they're not the regular nicotine ones and regular flavors are not on the ban. It's just the fruit flavored vapes that are not on the market right now. They're on hold. You gotta see what's in these things. And they're selling. Kids are smoking them. They've replaced cigarettes, I think. Kids are smoking them more now than cigarettes. And, a lot of people are up in arms about this because of the ban. It ruins everything for everyone. Guys, and please relax. Please relax. I'm sure once the FDA figures out exactly what's in this, I'm sure just like everything, it'll be placed with warnings. It will be taxed. I'm sure there'll be. Point being, I'm sure you guys will be able to vape your fruit flavored. I'm sure you'll be able to vape, guys. I'm sure you'll be able to vape. Now, and I could see it to a point where, is it? Everyone has a choice. We know cigarettes aren't good for you. We definitely know, I think, as well, that vaping now is not good for you, and everyone has a choice. Fact of the matter is, it's our job as parents to, tell right and wrong. The difference between right and wrong. I don't think that a child, and you hear kids vaping very early, a child that has, it's 12 years old, I don't think they need to be holding, as long as they have clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, should be having, $80 in their pocket and buying, vapes. I don't think they need that, because that's how much to start everything, to get the pods and the actual apparatus. It's very expensive. So I don't know why a kid who's 12 would have that type of money on them. How are they buying these things in the first place? So I think it starts at home with being a parent, going through your kid's belonging, because as much as freedom they would want, they're still kids. So I would go through bags, go through everything possible to make sure that I know what is going on. And sometimes when you do that, there's only so much that you could do, and you're not able to catch everything. You just hope that with the constant conversation that we have with our children, they'll be able to decipher right or wrong. So I do believe that us as parents, we kind of have to take responsibility too for these, e-cigarettes and these vapes, and explain to our kids the difference between right and wrong. It's not 100% the government's job, nor is it. I don't think it's not their job at all. They're going to let you know the negatives behind it, but you have to teach your kid the difference between right and wrong. And listen, I remember, back then, and this is probably like more of a New York City type of thing. Back then, these stores didn't ID. I'm sure they don't even ID now. If you wanted cigarettes, you could get them. Heck, there was such a thing called loosies, where what it means is you buy the cigarettes, loose cigarettes out of the box. You buy them for like $0.25, and there you go. You don't have to worry about bringing a pack of cigarettes home and mom or dad catching you, because you're just buying loosies. So you have that loosie, you smoke it, and that's it. No one ever knows. So, the temptation is always going to be out there. The bad is always going to be out there. Just a matter of, as parents, instilling, teaching them the difference between right and wrong, and hoping that they are able to make the right decision. Don't worry, all you vapors. I'm sure the vaping will be back, but right now, we need to figure out what exactly is happening. Because 6 steps, or however many steps it is way too much. You need to know exactly what is in these things. Which, if you ask anyone about e-cigarettes, no one really knows. Everyone at first thought it was the better alternative. Well, I think the people treated them as an alternative to smoking, or to wean you off smoking and to eventually stop smoking, which is what I did. When I was smoking, I knew I wanted to quit. I set a date where I would have my last cigarette, and that actually worked. Because for me, I find it was all a mental thing. It's just something to do, just something to occupy your boredom with, or it's what I did. I set a date when I want to quit. I did it. I had an e-cigarette. I bought an e-cigarette to kind of fight the urge for the first few days. And it was like an e-cigarette, the one that you plug into the USB. And, that's it. And I didn't Yeah, I really didn't use that e-cigarette all that much, but that was me. I used it maybe for about maybe 3 weeks. So after the target date that I set that I'm going to quit, I had an e-cigarette for about 3 weeks. Took a puff on it here and there. I don't think I even changed. Maybe I changed a cartridge once, if even, and that was pretty much it. But you know, I think the alternative, is to not smoke at all. If you're gonna quit smoking, just quit it. Don't go to vaping, because none of them are a better option. None of them are a better option. Believe me, it's from someone that had smoked before. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Jeez. Oh my God. Like I was saying. It's not that hard to stop smoking. It's really not. It's all mental. So quit smoking. Don't vape. That's my PSA, my 2 cents. So I think we're going to wrap it up here. And hopefully this was semi-professional. Hopefully this made some sense. And, we'll try it again next week. We'll be better, I promise, as time goes along. So I hope all is well. And I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.